Good afternoon, everyone. This is Christian with PerfectStockAlert.com, a 100% free service for smart investors and traders. Today is Tuesday, October the 12th, 2010, and we got a market to look at. Check this out. Okay, today's market analysis is going to be kind of quick. There's not a lot to add. First off, world markets were all down today. We had Japan was down 200 points. Even the FTSE was down a little bit today. Ultimately, the only people that were closed up for the day was the U.S. after the Fed announcement came out. So we were down intraday. You can see by the activity here. We opened up here, sold off intraday, and then bounced back up here waiting for the Fed news. Fed news came out, and the market really didn't do anything, and they didn't say anything that encouraged anybody, and you didn't even have any buying on the news that came out. You can see it's very, very low volume here. Ultimately, there's no trade here. If you have good volume, which we don't, if you have good volume, then you know people who have money are investing that money into the market because they believe that there's a good entry point here and there's more value to the upside. You don't have that. From a technical standpoint, we've shown you repeatedly for the past couple of weeks, this market is overbought. From a fundamental standpoint, we're showing the same thing. The S&P PE ratios, for example, that we talked about yesterday, all that stuff telling you the same thing. That's why you're not seeing any buyers in here. Nobody wants this because they know it's going to pull back and they'll get a better entry point at a later time. I would do the same thing. Da-da! Big shocker, right? Okay, if we could add anything about today's activity, she's growing weaker. You can notice that by the lower low. Okay, you got the lower low here compared to here, and you've got a hanging man candlestick formation. But ultimately, this can keep fighting for a couple of days, a couple of weeks. It doesn't really matter. The end result will be a move to the downside. That's where you'd want to be doing your buying. If you were a bull, I'm not, I'm a bear, but ultimately that's where you'd want to be doing it. This is a particular type of market situation that you get from time to time. We've seen it before back here as well. All right, you get those fights to the upside, even if it's unsustainable, it'll just do it. You have to be patient in these situations. These right here are a different type of situation. All right, you can scan for these situations, find these type of situation, and make easy money. This is actually my bread and butter. This is where I made my money. Okay, we're teaching that today, not from the short side, but from the long side, and in our live swing trading course, and we're going to be doing that from now on. Everybody really liked that. We got a lot of good feedback on that. Everybody wants to hear that. And I usually only dedicate a couple of days to that, but people really want to get into this. So we're going to be doing that kind of stuff right here. I kind of give you a quick little overview here. Smart money sells off. You can see that smart money there. All right. Big bounce up here. Low volume move on that move. Okay. And then you get the buy signal, and if you know how to spot the buy signal, we teach you all that stuff. We teach you all the how to spot smart money, how to spot the buy signal, where the stop is at, where the target exit points at. We teach all that stuff in our live trading course, and we'll be doing that for the rest of this month and the rest of next month. You can register for next month and get the rest of this month absolutely free, but regardless what you do, we've only got 150 spots still open, actually a little bit less than that for our live trading course. It only holds 200 people, so be there tomorrow morning. Love to see you. We're going to go into this stuff and teach this stuff from the long side and the short side, show you how to spot it and all that stuff, okay? Pretty cool. Let's move on. Another item of interest today regarding world markets being down and the U.S. markets being up, it was not up on the gold and it was not up on oil. Basically, you're getting no confirmation of the update that you had. It was just a very, very low volume little blip to the upside. It doesn't count for the U.S. markets when that happens, and it's not supported by anything. That's been our argument from day one on this market, and it's just getting weaker and weaker. Again, with the world markets already rolling over, showing the move to the downside. Like I said, Japan's down 200 points. You've also got news coming out of Europe today on their credit spreads. People are seeing more and more risk to their credit over there. So that problem is still brewing and getting worse as the days go by. So again, I would not be a buyer of this market. There's just too many headwinds. This market's extremely overextended. When it comes down, a lot of people are going to be like, "What? I thought the Fed was going to save us." Look, markets don't go straight up, all right? They're either overbought or they're oversold. You can either use technicals or you can use fundamentals, but whichever one you're using, they're both telling you the same thing. Leave this market alone if you're a bull. This is not a place to be a buyer. The Hang Seng Index, here we've got 1, 2, 3, 4 sell signals, okay? Over above the 80 line, time to look for a short. This is a place to be adding. This is not a place to be buying. You want to add to a short position, not a long position. She's overextended. End of story. Quick look here at the Nasdaq. She was up today, made a pretty good move actually, comparatively. But again, no volume behind the move, and it's fading worse and worse and worse. The further we go, the higher we go, the less people want to buy it. Da-da! That's because that's the way it works. So stay away from it on the long side. There's nothing here except for it's like bait. If I attach $1 to a piece of string and I start pulling it toward me, you know, kids will go chasing it and they don't realize there's a piece of fishing line attached to it. This is the exact same strategy, okay? Prices go up, people who don't know any better will chase it. That's what they're trying to get you to do. And then, whoopsie, you got caught again. Okay, here we are looking at oil. Nice overextension here. She could press a little bit higher, but you're getting a hangman sell signal right there. And you'll notice you're above the 80 line right there. Okay, you need to be looking for a short opportunity or a sell opportunity in that. Like I said before, I'm not going to short oil. It's just not, there's too many fundamental things out there that could happen and send oil higher, war, etc. So I'm not going to do that. But if I were long oil, I'd be keeping a tight stop on this thing. Again, you are extremely overextended as the RSI is civil will signal much more often above the 80 line telling you look for a short opportunity, and below the 20 line telling you it's oversold, look for a bounce. But the RSI signals much it doesn't signal as often because it's more extreme. So whenever the RSI gets above the 70 line like it is right now, it's telling you that the market is extremely overextended. Okay, so this is not something I'm just making up here for you. All these signals are telling you the same thing. Don't mess with it. Leave it alone. Wait. Be patient. Whatever you want to call it, but you don't buy. Okay. Okay, quick look here at Canada. She's still pressing higher, but she needs to be pulling back before you do any buying here. Again, I said before, Canada's not in the same boat as the U.S. is, and as one of our users mentioned, they do, catch a cold whenever, America does, or anywhere else in the world. So they're going to follow the world markets. But again, I wouldn't, from a technical standpoint, short these guys from a fundamental or technical standpoint. From a technical standpoint, if you look at the long-term chart, you don't have a series of lower lows, and therefore I can't. From my technical method at perfectstockalert.com, I can't do that. I'd be fighting that trend. Right now, she remains stronger than other world markets such as Japan or Europe or the U.S. So I'm not going to short this guy, but if you're long, you want to keep a stop on that. At the end of the day, no market goes straight up, no market goes straight down. You're going to have to at some point realize that either technicals or fundamentals are telling you she's overbought, okay? If you've not been to our free website at perfectstockalert.com, it's right there. It's 100% free. All we ask in return, please refer a friend. A quick look at our disclaimer. The disclaimer, read it and weep. God bless, take care. I hope to see you all tomorrow morning in our live swing trading course. And I'd like to thank everybody for referring their friends and sharing our videos online. Today we crossed 3,200 subscribers on our YouTube channel. We appreciate that support. That is amazing. It's only been like 5-6 months since we started doing this on YouTube. So thank you very much for everybody's support there. Again, God bless, take care. I'll see you in the next video.